I also go by the handle of Snobbish Lifestyle. And as I was thinking about my channel and what I really wanted to put out on the internet, like I like luxury things, I like nice stuff, I like aesthetics and all of those things, but I'm also so much more than that. So I wanted to do a let's start over. So I have probably one of the people who know me the best, which is my daughter, the Rugrat. So I have her asking me 21 questions, like 50 cents, about who I am, what I'm about, and just my life. So
start with the basics. Where do you live? Where are you from?
I was born and raised in Texas. You may notice I have an accent, a little country, maybe. And I live in the DFW Metroplex, so in the Dallas area.
And the big question, are you taken?
Yes. I have a whole husband who we've been married for 23 years now, which is a long time to put up with somebody. But no, for real. That's my best friend. That is my road dog. That's my travel buddy. That's my partner in life. That's my person. So yes, I am taken.
Okay. All right. How many kids you got?
So in the last couple of years, I went from 2 to 4. Let me explain. So I have 2 daughters. They're adults, and both of them are married to wonderful people, which I am so blessed about. So yeah, that's how I have 4. I have a daughter-in-law and I have a son-in-law. So 4 kids total, 2 biological and 2 bonus kids that I love just as much.
And other than being fabulous, what are your hobbies?
Okay, so I recently just got into doing my nails. Do not zoom in. I'm still working on it. But I like to do my Prey nails, Gel X nails by myself. It's just kind of calming to me. I also like to shop. Can you call it a hobby?
We'll take it for today.
Okay, so I like to shop, but I shop intentionally now as opposed to just buying things. So that's a plus. And then, of course, my main love is to travel all over the world, travel everywhere, and I like to read as well. A good book, messy with drama.
Action. All right, let's dig a little deeper.
Okay.
What does a life look like for you right now?
Life looks peaceful, but life also looks like I'm still figuring it out. So we've been empty nesters now for about 6 years, almost 6 years. And so things are changing, things are evolving. So I'm a little bit more at rest. Like I don't have to come home and I don't have any obligations when I get home outside of my husband. So, but also it's transitioning from being a hands-on mom every day to being just a support system. So that's a little different. But life looks good. I am enjoying my career. I'm enjoying that my children are happy. I'm enjoying that me and my husband now we just get to pick up and go. And enjoying to be able to focus on myself a little bit more. So that's how life is looking right now.
And what do we call this era?
It's hard, but it's fair. And I call it that era because as I'm learning to be who I am, I'm learning to implement some boundaries, learning to let go of some things, hold myself accountable in areas I probably hadn't done in the past. So yeah, it's hard, but it's fair.
Period. What's one thing that you've done that you can't believe you did?
I cannot believe that I started therapy. And not that I'm like against therapy, but if I can be honest, like I'm a Black woman, right? I feel like I should be able to do it all, like I can handle it all, like I'm a support system, I'm a strong friend. And so it wasn't anything that I ever saw myself doing, and realizing that therapy is not meaning like the world is coming to an end, like everything is falling. Sometimes it's learning how to express yourself, and sometimes it's just understanding your feelings too. At this big age, I think that's something I never thought I'd be doing, and that's something that's very still to this point very hard for me. But I'm thankful that I found a therapist that gets me and that I feel totally comfortable with, to be very vulnerable and honest no matter how it looks.
And when do you feel most at peace?
I feel most at peace when my kids are good. I feel most at peace when my family is healthy, happy, and whole. Like, if I know they're good and I know that my husband is good, that's like the woosah for me. So that's when I feel most at peace.
And do you believe in a higher power?
Baby, I believe in Jesus the Christ.
Praise him.
I believe in God. I believe that I didn't grow up in the church, and when I started going to church and realizing who he was, it was a struggle for me because I didn't grow up in the church. I would go some, summers and stuff with my aunts and family. But he's been so good to me. Like, I have everything that I need in everything that I could ever want. Like, I'm so undeserving. I just don't know who would serve a God like that. So I believe in God. I believe that Jesus rose. I believe that he rose on the third day. Our pastor say it all the time. So yeah, that's what you get when you don't pay.
Okay, you know
for
what?
Services.
You're done.
Okay,
We're back.
Question?
And we're on the softer side
Of Sears.
What do you gravitate towards buying?
I am definitely going to buy a luxury handbag that includes luggage. I don't know. I like luxury handbags. I like different handbags you just can't find anywhere, and things that are vintage. I'm definitely going to buy a timepiece. I love a good watch, and actually my watch collection is going to go to the Rugrat behind the camera, and my bag collection will go to the Rugrat that is not here right now. So, and then the last thing that I'm definitely going to gravitate toward buying is makeup. I don't know how many foundations I got right now, but it's those are the top three.
And what is your favorite form of art?
Okay. It's hard to choose, so I'm gonna choose two.
But is it art?
But is it art? We never did get that t-shirt. Anyway, but the first is music. I love music. I fell in love with jazz when my husband introduced me to it. But I also love musicals and Broadway. And I fell in love with that. My very first job was an usher at the Dallas Summer Musicals that played in Fair Park, Dallas. And I loved it since I was 15 years old. So those are my top two forms of art that I love.
Nice. And we've heard that you like to travel. So
Yes.
What place has surprised you the most that you've traveled to?
Recently, Alaska. Like, if I could be honest, I didn't expect too much from Alaska. I was just like, I don't know. And then we decided to do a cruise because I didn't think that, like, I wanted to fly and just sit in Alaska. And it was so beautiful. Like, it was unbelievable. The views, it was just breathtaking. And it was calming and relaxing. And I enjoyed everything about it. So I would say Alaska was probably the most surprising to me.
We're wrapping up. We've got a few more questions. What's your bottom line? What do you want your presence on the internet to look like?
I really wanted to look like real life. I wanted to look authentic because I think sometimes, and I'm guilty of doing it too, that people put out a persona of perfection and life is not perfect. And it's not about putting out the bad business. I don't think anyone should ever do that, but it's about being real. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna do an 8-step routine to go to sleep. I'm tired when I get off of work. I am tired. So no, I don't have time every night to do an 8-step routine like somebody else may have time to do. So I wanted to look authentic for me and authentic for most women, around my age group, of things that are feasible and things you can actually do and things that are relatable.
And how do you show up for others and yourself? So
how I show up for others is I try to make my word my bond. If I say I'm going to do something, to actually follow through and do it. I like to show up for others by making sure that I am being respectful of their feelings and their boundaries as much as I can. I try to make sure that I'm trying to treat people the way I want to be treated. I always say respect is not earned, it's given. Trust is earned. Like, that's different. So I'm gonna respect everybody, and you choose to lose that. If you choose to lose that. But I just try to treat people how I would want to be treated, honestly. I show up for myself by making sure that, and I'm learning this in therapy, like I'm not just putting my feelings by the wayside. Like, I have the right to feel what I feel, and really embracing that and making sure I'm not just putting it to the side and keep moving. I'm allowing myself to rest, as hard as that is for me, because I feel like I need to be doing something. Like, if I'm at home, I need to clean up or I need to do this. So I'm allowing myself to rest, and I'm trying to be unapologetic in the ways that I feel like I am, for the most part. And what I mean by that is not being ugly or wrong toward people, but if I feel like what I'm doing is valid, I'm not going to shy away from it. So that's how I'm showing up in this season for myself.
And what do you want your snobs to learn from you?
That you cannot have it all together. That you can still be learning at a big age. That you can decide to change whenever you want to. Like, you don't have to be the person that you thought you were if it's no longer serving you. That remaining flexible in your life is a blessing. It's not a curse. So don't feel like I have to be this person in this moment all the time because that's what people expect me to do. You don't.
What is one of your favorite mantras?
Okay, so I think, one of them is a scripture, God is with her, she will not fall. I think that gives me a sense of peace, knowing that no matter what I do, God has me, that I'm not that powerful in the midst of my life, that he's always going to make it okay for me. Another one is, it's expensive to be cheap. I mean, think about it. Think about that one. It is expensive to be cheap.
And who's your audience?
I think my audience is women, really of all ages, because women can be mature at any age, but women of all ages who are looking to just be themselves and not conform to what we always see, who wants a practical life, who work a 9-to-5, who is evolving and accepting the stages that they're evolving into. But it's really everybody. Like, I feel like people connect with everybody on a different level. So it's not just women. You know, it is men, it's women, it is everyone part of the Q+ community. Shout out. And it's just everybody who feels my vibe. Like, if you vibe with me, I vibe with you. That's it. Just the energy.
Period. And the last question before we let our snobs go. What's one thing that you're going to give them for the road?
Give them for the road. I'm excited about bringing content to the world that I feel is valuable, that I feel hopefully you can connect with. But if it was one thing, I would say life has no timetable. Do you, however you want to, whenever you want to. That's it. Alright guys, so that is it of the 21 questions. I think 50 Cent said it best. But I hope that you enjoyed the video. And make sure that you like the video below and that you turn on your notification bell to get notifications. But before you do that, guys, you have to subscribe so that you are notified with all the new videos and content I come out with. And make sure, let's interact. Let's make sure that we vibe. So please leave a comment below.